Denny Hurtado, former chair of the Skokomish Tribe and retired director of Indian Education for OSPI, is the 2014 recipient of the University of Washington Charles E. Odegaard Award. Now, this honor is considered the highest achievement in diversity here at the University of Washington.
My name is Denny Hurtado. My Indian name is Touch-Me Ashton. Oh, well, I have a pretty good inside joke. It's like, what it really means is like a fresh breath of air. Like when you come out of a warm house into the cold air, you see that breath of air. That's what it means. But my cousins like to say it's hot air. I like to say it's fresh air.
One of the things that I think Denny provided for us here at the University of Washington was a role model. A role model for our students who aspire to go back home and become leaders. So Denny is someone who walked the walk and not just talk the talk. He actually has been a tribal leader, been engaged in his community, building capacity in his own tribe while he's building capacity across the state. And he's, for me at least, has exhibited the kind of servant leadership that I think all of our students should aspire to.
So what gives me hope is that I see more people having a better understanding of who we are as a people, more people not having these negative judgments about who we are. I have hope because I see our young people being more engaged in who they are as Native people, especially the canoe journey, because I've seen it change young people's lives. They need to experience who they are as a Native person. And if they're given that opportunity, then they'll shine. You know, I've seen it in our youth leadership summits that we used to host. I've seen it in the canoe journey, I've seen it in the powwows, I see it in sports, you know, I mean, you gotta have hope. And the only hope I have, really, the best hope, is our young people. And that's why I really want to focus on young people, the young ones, to really try and educate them about really what it is, about who we are as a people.
Denny, you make a difference to so many. He is just, he touches so many people on so many different levels. And really through education, you can touch everyone. And you can, and when you positively impact somebody's education, you positively impact their life opportunities. He has literally changed lives for so many people.
He chaired the Native American Advisory Board here at the University of Washington for many years and was instrumental in developing actual goals and strategies for the committee to pursue over time. One of the most important goals that they had was to build a longhouse-style facility on our campus. Denny kept that dream alive.
The Longhouse is a resource for all people, Native and non-Native, to come together to better understand each other, to learn about who we are, what we're about, you know, to share with non-Indians, you know, what we have, and, you know, to really just get to be able to develop better relationships between us. And it's kind of ironic, too, you know, how this happened was, it's being built between the Lewis building and the Clark building, and the street in front of it is the Stevens, and Lewis and Clark and Governor Stevens. Now here we're going to have a longhouse right there. And so sometimes I think things really happen for a reason.
So Denny has provided leadership both on and off campus for Native education. He led the development of a new curriculum to actually implement a law that passed in 2005, strongly encouraging the introduction and inclusion of tribal history and culture in K-12 education.
I think what's so powerful about this curriculum is that we aren't just using the curriculum with our Native teachers and our Native youth. What's, I think, been most beneficial for us in our teacher preparation programs is that it really is expanded out to those teachers that don't have a diverse background. So those real mainstream teachers that work with our Native youth that need that education. So it really is reaching this huge population that really before have had really limited knowledge about tribal sovereignty. And they live and teach children in Washington State. So really excited about that and the impact that it's made on a variety of levels. And it's been really widespread.
You know, it's really about breaking down all these misconceptions, stereotypes, and barriers that people have of us. and really understand what the truth is. And so really that's why we went on this journey to develop this tribal sovereignty curriculum for the state of Washington, to educate all students about who we are as tribal nations. And not just our own Native students, but all kids. And so we're kind of growing our own so that when these little kids grow up to be doctors, presidents, senators, whatever, they'll have a real better understanding of who we are as tribal nations.